Hey, why are you spying on me? Who gave you the right to the individual that I'm saying to spy on me? But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're continuing DDLC, and as you can see, my hair has been kooky as ever because it's decided to make this little hair in front of me I don't like. But we've changed the mic setup a little bit, so I'm experimenting with the audio, as you could say. They say the audio is much better. Who am I to judge? I just saw it from last time. But we left off on a very serious note. A note I wish I never had. But who am I to judge? Because this is a prop gun. I'm just gonna choose the right method. So it's either option A or B. A or B. A or B. And you know, I'm going by. I love Sayori. Seriously, I love Sayori. But there's never a happy ending in this game, is there? I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everybody at the club makes new friends. And having fun with everybody every day, it helped me realize that we are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accepted your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. I just had a little drink. ZeroTwoMike. So heartwarming, I must shed a tear. Suddenly, Sayori wrapped her arms tightly around me, and just to see the retrospect here, this is the only time we see myself, the main character's hair and body in action. We've never seen his face, never seen his waist, we've never seen him at all. But back to the story at hand. Suddenly, Sayori wrapped her arms tightly around me. Wait, I know exactly what this is. It needs a mood. It needs some moods. Yes, beautiful as you can see. And the light is kinda pretty now. ZeroTwoMike, this is really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me ever again. I'm creating a little more punctuation to give the atmosphere a little pleasant and cute and lovely vibe. I love you, ZeroTwoMike. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weakening a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought it would be the happiest moment for me, but why? Even now, why don't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, ZeroTwoMike. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other, so I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our date, huh? Our first date? A precious moment. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everybody to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if we could handle anything more right now. It's really new, scary to me. I understand. We'll go out with which space suits you the best. Hi, ZeroTwoMike. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand my feelings. It feels like a bunch of phones when you hold me, you hold me, you love me. But there, that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but it really, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, but she loves me. But I'm having a much trouble to understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep worrying if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to where they were. Singere. They were. This is what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change. I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I won't do and I will do whatever it takes to make her a happy future with her. The world is a twisted place. Always remember that, my DMC. I am just saying this for entertainment purposes only. It's the day of the festival! Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be waiting to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't anywhere answering a phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carrying snacks to tray. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond. Thanks to my hands being full. Finally, enough I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be a great too. Hey, ZeroTwoMike. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing a little booklet on each of the desks in the classroom. There must be more one she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So this is the one I performed. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You know, you'd think that one day she important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and suddenly feel awful of knowing it's nearly the same for her. I only said it because it was what I was thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Mike. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of let her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but I stammer embarrassed. Did Yuri really tell her about it that quickly? They were a couple now. I didn't really plan to bring it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all. Don't worry, I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but it's the reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They come out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh, yeah, that really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought that too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is nearly printed on its own page, giving it almost professional feeling. I recognized Nasuki and Yori's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she performed. Is It's one that I haven't written before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. What's this? Reading the poem, I got a pit in my stomach. ZeroTwoMike, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... Well, alright then. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quick my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's a big deal at least to wait for her to help her wake up. Every simple gesture of waking her to school makes it really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on to the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Wake, wake her up in her own house. This really is something that a boyfriend should be doing, isn't it? In any case, it feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her room. Sayori, now, the following content I am legally obliged to say is not safe for YouTube, and this is a disclaimer. If you don't like, I should not say what's gonna happen. I should just say this is a disclaimer. For those who are easily disturbed, please look away. Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy, but she really left me no choice. Sorry for the following content. I gently open the door. Sayori? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? This had to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori, to do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. This is why I can't believe what my eyes showing me. Sayori, I supposed to earth to vomit. Just yesterday, I told her I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and even everything will be okay. Then why? Why so do this? How could I be so helpless? Why did I do wrong? Confess to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She needed to tell me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even more worthless? Why was I selfish? This is my fault. My sorrowing thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. It's just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This is some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I was careful enough. And now I carry the guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed for me. Now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. The end. Poor Sayori. Where's Sayori, Monica? You bitch! I didn't say a bad word at all. It's just the truth. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, that kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I know getting tired of waiting for her. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I always to walk to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I met some girls for something like this. But I have no motivation to join any club. I preferably content just getting by on an average, worth spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, even it's over before I know it. There you're lucky. You can remember that meme? Kakashi. You can Google that meme by yourself if you want to know it. After I pick up my things, I start blanking at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any clubs that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with it. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. ZeroTwoMike? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so gently feels a little... What do you come in here for anyway? I'll just be looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any conjunction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguments about the budget and politics and how to prepare for events. It much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kinda dull. How many members do you have so far? That's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 members of us so far. It's really hard to find members for something that sounds so boring. Well, in that case, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be everything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club. Wait, really? Yeah, isn't that funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And basically a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, ZeroTwoMike? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so. In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but if you would at least, very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I even refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You are really sweet, ZeroTwoMike, you know that? It's nothing really. Same. Shall we go then? I look for the materials another time. You're more important. Don't look at my eyes so creepily. At the thong today marks the day, and this day marks the day that today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her interesting smile. Maybe not a bad deal. I dejectedly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the Literature Club, ZeroTwoMike. All words escape Mike, and the situation, this club, is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sore attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, Natsuki, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you, ZeroTwoMike. Yuri, who apparently complied, more mutual and timid, seemed to have to a high time seeking out with someone like Natsuki sticking out. Sorry, my eyes are kinda poopy today. Yeah, it's nice to meet you both. So I ran into ZeroTwoMike in the classroom and I decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you bring anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, wait, yesterday. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come and sit here? Sit down, ZeroTwoMike. The girls have a few desk arranged to be a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan to come here, but well, I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everybody. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start the club. You could put it that way. No, not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something new. Especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work really hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow the club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying tray set. She carefully places teacups in front of each of us before sitting down, the teaspoons in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Oh, don't let yourself get intimidated by Yuri. She's just trying to impress you. That's not. Instead, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know. I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but I really enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, ZeroTwoMike, what kind of things do you like to read? Oh well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki said suddenly peeks out. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Nothing much of a reader, I guess. Well, that concerns. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri tracks the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is especially interesting. Yuri goes on clearly passionately about her reading. She seems to resolve and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's amazing how the writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off the plot. For a loop, sorry. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately, and I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri may as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It's your personality. Oh, is that so? A story makes me think to take me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why is that? Well, I guess. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about good things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left one piece of scrap behind last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say That Out Loud. And give it back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not very comfortable with you yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust form of writing to writer to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your reader, exposing your valuability and showing even the deepest reaction of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some of them. Your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I've just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, We'll all share them with each other. That's what everybody is. Um, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to practice in together. I didn't decide to take the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to be the best to nurture the club as well as a member. Besides, now that we can have new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, ZeroTwoMike? Hold on there, still one problem. What's that? Not that if I've rejected the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I've never said I would join the club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at. I lost my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, ZeroTwoMike. This is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and we've been trying really hard to find a new member. And if we don't find a new member before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's just like this? I would feel terrible for letting everybody down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Especially you, Monica. Especially you. Don't think I forgot it. I don't forget. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, ZeroTwoMike? Of course I don't. This is all scripted, Monica, by you. Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really do scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just did after all this, I would be super pissed. ZeroTwoMike, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thanks so much for this. You really are amazing. I'd be everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everybody. I think that's we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everybody remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the meeting tomorrow so we can all share. Monica looks over to me one more. ZeroTwoMike, I look forward to seeing you express yourself. Yeah, can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxious welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Sayori cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart to the club room and make my way home. The whole day, my mind wandered back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be able to spend every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have to change and grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Of course. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everybody talked and watched TV. I'm in my dream. I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was there was nails stuck out of the wall everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person didn't recognize told a joke, and everybody laughed. I woke up to the sound of everybody laughing at something that happened on TV. So then I laughed as well. The laughing was not part of the dream. It was just the noise that woke me up. I wonder what person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. That's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed today's special show. And I will see all of you in the next one. Bye.